Hey guys, welcome to my newest video for today. For today's video I'm going to be doing something that I haven't done in quite a while on this channel, and that is I'm actually going to be doing a Blu-ray update. I wasn't planning on doing a update so soon, but I ended up taking full advantage of the JB Hi-Fi buy one get one free across their entire Blu-ray range. So I used that opportunity to stock up on some recent new releases that I wanted to get, but I didn't want to obviously pay like full price for. So I'm pretty happy with the selection that I picked. So I just thought, you know what, why not just do it like an old-fashioned update for old time's sake. So I think what I'm going to do for these type of updates, I'm probably going to do them seasonally, because as you may have noticed, I don't really buy all that much Blu-ray anymore. I'm still collecting, but I don't buy in the quantities that I used to. And yeah, and I've basically now got my policy in regards to buying Blu-rays is that I can't blind buy movies anymore. So I've got to have actually seen the film before I buy it. So that also accounts for sort of why I don't go out and buy movies in bulk anymore. But I do have 11 Blu-rays to show for this update. So there's one TV season in here just because it was just too good a deal to actually pass up on, and it was one I've been wanting for a while. So yeah, but the rest are all movies, and with the exception of one, they're all from last year. So I'm just going to get straight into it, but before I begin, I've got one Blu-ray that I picked up outside of the buy one get one free sale, and that is Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. I really enjoy this, so of course I was going to pick it up because, Star Wars. So, but yeah, I ended up really enjoying this movie. I don't think I didn't love it as much as The Force Awakens, because I know some people are saying that it's better than The Force Awakens, but I personally feel The Force Awakens was better than Rogue One, just because it took me quite a bit to actually get into Rogue One, because I think the lack of, the opening scroll really threw me off, because it sort of, I think that whole beginning sort of made it hard to feel like it was a Star Wars movie, at least for me personally. But by the end of it, I was really invested in the story, and yeah, so I thought, for a Star Wars standalone, it was quite good. So I'm happy to add this one to my collection. So yeah, so I've got Rogue One, Star Wars Story, and then we get into the stack of Blu-rays that I got in the buy one get one free sale. I have, so I've picked up 10 Blu-rays, and yeah, get straight into it. So first up, I have the TV season that I picked up on Blu-ray, and that is Arrow Season 2. I've sort of, again, kind of like with my movies, I'm a bit sort of picky with the TV shows I pick up now, because if you've been following my channel for a while, I used to have a massive, TV show collection, on DVD and, on, I guess, on Blu-ray as well. But, that's sort of dwindled down a bit now, but, yeah, every now and then I still like picking up TV seasons, and I've decided that I do want, the DC TV, I guess, universe. I think that's what they're called, with Arrow, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl. I do want the seasons on Blu-ray, so I had Arrow Season 1, I got that back when it was first released. I think it was, September 2013 or something like that. And, yeah, I just never got around to picking up, Season 2, so I thought, it ended up being, I think its original price was $25, so I thought, because this one's normally quite expensive, and it's never really part of any multi-buys, because I know, at least with Sanity, Seasons 3 and 4 are part of, the 2 for $40, and, yeah, this one just, I don't think ever got added to it, or it got taken off, so yeah, I've been wanting to pick it up for a while, but just didn't get around to it till now. So yeah, so I have Arrow Season 2. I actually am a bit behind on this show, at least with the current season. I am, because I've just sort of fallen like way behind with all my TV. But I'm working my way through the Flash season 3 at the moment, so I want to get eventually caught up on season 5. So because I'm up to date on Legends of Tomorrow, because that's my favourite of the Flurryverse, and now I'm sort of going through the Flash, and then Arrow's my next one to get caught up on once I do that. So but yeah, I have season 2 to add to my collection, so that one. And then the one non-2016 movie that I picked up it's actually a movie that I've only seen for the first time in the last year, which may come as a surprise to some people, because I know a lot of people grew up on this movie, and that is The Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, I hadn't seen this movie till last year, and I'm like I was 6 when this movie came out, so I don't really have an excuse as to why I wouldn't have seen this at some point through I guess my childhood. But yeah, it's added to Netflix, so that's sort of why that I actually checked it out last October, and yeah, I absolutely loved it. And then I rewatched it during Christmas, and I have a couple of Jack Skellington Funko Pops, so I thought it's high time now to actually add the movie to my Blu-ray collection. So yeah, I love this movie now, and I really wish I had seen this sooner, but yeah, I'm just glad to own it. So that's The Nightmare Before Christmas. And now we get into the 2016 movies. So the first one that I have is The Shelleys with Blake Lively. I was very pleasantly surprised by this movie, because the last few shark horror movies I've seen haven't really been all that good, and I'm not asking for Jaws quality type shark attack movies, but yeah, a few of them I've seen have been really bad. So I was actually very pleasantly surprised by this, because I thought this was a nice little thriller movie, and I liked the very minimalist setting, because for the most part it's just Lively's character, and I thought she carried the film well. And yeah, it's I thought it was quite good. So it's just sort of one of those ones that I think I can see myself rewatching every October. So I may actually even have I guess a mini shark marathon movie with Jaws and The Reef and now The Shelleys, because these are pretty much the only shark movies I've seen that I've liked. So yeah, so I went ahead and picked up The Shelleys. And then this one might be a bit controversial, but I picked up Suicide Squad. I ended up getting the Blu-ray Steelbook, because I thought, why not get a Steelbook, especially a Blu-ray Steelbook, for free. So I went ahead and got this version. I'm one of the people who actually liked Suicide Squad. Yeah, I've really been enjoying the DC universe movies, probably a lot more than what some people have been. But I really did enjoy Batman v Superman. I can't wait for Wonder Woman. And I even liked Man of Steel. So it's been a while since I've seen that one, but I have seen that one. But yeah, and I just really enjoyed Suicide Squad. My favourites were Will Smith and Margot Robbie. They were my favourite characters, Deadshot and Harley Quinn. But yeah, I just enjoyed this movie, so I wanted to add it to my DC superhero collection. So yeah, Suicide Squad. And then I got Arrival, which out of the Oscar, the pictures, best pictures, hang on, let me rephrase that. The films that were nominated for Best Picture at this year's Oscars, this one is actually my favourite so far. Admittedly, I've only seen three movies from that list, but it's a slow I'm slowly catching up with the films that were nominated, but I really enjoyed Arrival. I thought thought it was a very different kind of sci-fi film, and I sort of, one of the things that I loved about it was probably like, it's sort of those ones where you thought, oh yeah, this is where this story is going, and it's like, so this character's doing this character's doing that, and then by the third act, it completely flips it on its head, and you're just like, well, that was sort of, like my reaction to it when the reveal happened on like when I was watching the movie, last year. So, yeah, it's definitely, a very different, I don't think it's probably like one of those sci-fi movies that's like for everyone, because like, you know, it's not like one of those typical alien invasion movies, but I really like this. I liked Amy Adams in this movie, so and I thought she worked well with Jeremy Renner, but yeah, so I definitely wanted to go ahead and add this to my movie collection, so Arrival. And then I finally got Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I was going to pick this up on release because, you know, it's Harry Potter related, but then, I don't know, I don't know whether I was sort of I decided against picking it up for some reason, and, I don't know, I think it was because I was debating on whether just waiting till, like, all the films had been released, and then I could just go ahead and pick up a box set similar to the one that I've got for my Harry Potter films. But then I thought, you know, buy one, get one free, I can, yeah, always just pick up, you know, the inevitable box set later on, so, because I did end up really enjoying Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the sequel next year, so, yeah, I just thought, you know, I had a lot of fun with it. It was great being back in the Harry Potter world. I mean, admittedly, this takes place, you know, what, 70 years before the events of Harry Potter, but I still really enjoyed it. I liked Eddie Redmayne in this, and yeah, I especially loved, like, the New York 1920s setting. That was, yeah, because that's sort of, like, one of my, I guess, favorite eras of history, is, yeah, I love, like, 1920 settings, so I thought that worked really well in this, and yeah, I just really enjoyed it. So that one is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. And then I got La La Land, which, if I'm being perfectly honest, I think, because when I first saw it, I was like really excited to see it, because I'd been hearing so many fantastic things about this movie, and, you know, I was getting like all these awards and nominations, and then I saw it and I was just like, because I was just sort of, I didn't get that love that so many people have for this movie, and it made me really sad, because I love musicals, and, you know, I'm always excited when they bring out like new like original musicals, not just adaptations of like stage plays, like stage musicals and things like that. But I want to give this another chance, because like, don't get me wrong, I loved it, just I didn't think it was as good as what everyone like said it was. And yeah, I think part of that was because I let the hype, like like my expectations for this movie were like way too high, just because, you know, as I said, I love musicals, and I think that's what kind of sort of, I didn't have that instant connection to this movie. But I have re-listened to the soundtrack on Spotify, and, you know, I actually really find myself sort of appreciating the music, and like especially the song Audition, Fool's to Dream. Like, I think that's probably my favourite song in this movie, and yeah, I want to rewatch it to sort of, now that it's away from the hype, and see if I can, you know, get more out of this. So that's sort of why I picked up La La Land. So, and then of course I went ahead and picked up Moana, because the latest Disney animated film. I absolutely loved Moana. I haven't seen Zootopia yet, so I can't say whether or not I preferred, like, you know, which one over the other, but I will say I did like this more than The Good Dinosaur. I wasn't the biggest fan of that movie, but yeah, I just loved Moana, and I loved You know, I loved the songs, I loved, you know, the setting of this movie, and yeah, and one of the things I will say that I definitely appreciated about it was that, you know, she's just this young girl who's trying to help her village, and, you know, no one's batting an eye that, you know, that she's a girl, and, you know, she just happens to be the chief's daughter, and she's next in line to take, you know, over the role of running the island. So I really appreciated that storyline, and yeah, just I thought yeah, I just love so many things about this movie, and yeah, it's also, as others have said, it's a very visually stunning movie, so I'm looking forward to revisiting this. So yeah, and because also, as I mentioned, like with the music and that, because this is also some of this, I don't think he co-wrote them, but it's by I'm trying to print. This is Lin-Manuel Miranda, I think that's his name. He's the guy who created Hamilton, and I love Hamilton, so yeah, the music in this is definitely great, and I loved the sort of like the return to, like, I guess the Disney musical movies. So, but yeah, I'm definitely excited to be able to rewatch Moana. And then another movie that got a bit of flack for, but I personally really enjoyed it, and that is Passengers with Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt. I thought these two worked really well together. They had a lot of great chemistry. I know this film is quite controversial for a certain aspect of this movie, but if I'm being perfectly honest, I think that got blown way out of proportion, because when I went to see it, I was sort of, when that moment happened, I was like, that was it, because it just sort of seemed like everyone had made this big deal about it, and then it happened, and then, yeah, there were consequences from his actions, but I was just sort of like, okay, this isn't as, you know, I guess, I wouldn't say bad, but it's like, yes, it's bad, because what the character did was ethically wrong, but I don't think it was, yeah, as bad as what people had made it out to be. So I don't know, that's just my take on the movie, like on that particular moment, because I really did enjoy this. I appreciated like the minimalist, like sci-fi setting. I liked, because I like stories that sort of take place on just one, you know, like one main area, so like the ship, and yeah, I just had a fun time with this movie, and yeah, so that's all I can really say about it, but so that's why I sort of picked it up. So that's Passengers. And then last but certainly not least, I have Patriots Day, which sort of, given the events in like Manchester and just events in general in the past, you know, 24 to 48 hours, this movie may not be getting a rewatch like straight away, but I thought this was actually quite a well done movie, and especially given, you know, the subject matter and sort of how, because it's only been a few years since the Boston marathon bombing, so I thought they handled it quite well, like, because, you know, it was a nice tribute to the victims, and yeah, I just, because it sort of feels really weird to say I enjoyed it, given, you know, what the film's about, but I thought they did a very good job with it, and yeah, so I just wanted to go ahead and pick it up. So yeah, so that's Patriots Day. And there we have it. That is everything that I've sort of picked up in the last couple of months. I did pick up Doctor Strange, but I showed that in my Funko Pops haul, so I won't, you know, I'm not going to bother showing it in this one, but just so you know, I have gotten that in case you haven't seen the Funko Pops haul video that I did at the end of March or middle of March. So yeah, so I think that's it for this video. So I'm just going to stop it here. And thank you guys for watching, and until my next video, I will see you guys next time. Bye!